Hi friends, welcome to my channel. It's been over a year since my last video, so I'm going to pick up where I left off with this TN style junk journal. So if you're interested in seeing that, keep watching. Okay, so I've gotten pretty far in this, and I only have about 3 or 4 pages left. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to get to all of them in this video. It seems to be taking me quite a while to get a page spread done. So I'm going to go ahead and at least work on one. And I don't want to show you all of it only because at the end of this I'd really like to do a flip through. So let's get started. Because it's so thick, I've got to have these great big clips on them in order to be able to work on it. I don't have a plan. What I do have is a bowl full of stuff left over from the last time I worked in it. And so I thought I'd try using some of this. I'm not sure if it'll work or not, but I'm going to do things a little bit differently. If you're not new to my channel, you know that I spend some time kind of fast forwarding, and then I throw in some music and all that kind of thing. I've decided that I'd like to just kind of cut the music out and just fast forward, edit, and just kind of muscle through this and see if that works out a little bit better for me. So I hope you like that. I hope you appreciate the less noise. But these do tend to take a little while, so I'm just going to jump in, and hopefully it won't take too long. This is one of many catch-alls when I work on an art journal. And then I have this one, which I cut up TN, well that one's probably not, but a lot of this is like thinner ephemera that can, you know, accommodate this size of a journal. So that's why I made this thing. And once in a while I'll find something that I think will work for that, and I'll throw it in there like that. And then I have this one, which is from another project. I've had so many projects, and then I make these little boxes to put all my ephemera in so I know what I chose for it, and then it kind of accumulates. So excuse the reaching. And this is, like I said, I mean, I really don't know if I need... The reason why this one's separated is because a lot of it has some sticky stuff, because I pulled it out of a journal that I wasn't going to use anymore, which by now you should, if you've been following me for a while, you should be used to me changing my mind about a journal. Some more stuff. So I'm just going to dive in and see what I can come up with. Sometimes I'll put these large manila type pieces of paper on my desk and then use it to paint on, and then I'll cut them up and use them in my journals for backgrounds. But I like these. This is just some tissue paper with scrapes of... First I scrape the paint, and then I'll put some tissue paper on. So that's what that's all about. I'll go through that. When I do the flip through, I'll go through a little bit more detail about how I do all that. But right now, since it's been a year and a half since I've made a video, I'd really like to just jump in. This is from a vintage cookbook. I thought those desserts looked pretty cool. Let's see. Lately I've just been throwing things on just to get rid of them and seeing what happens, and I've been really pleased with the results of just throwing caution to the wind and just having fun. That's pretty. I would want to cut this down though. It's kind of wide, but there's some room for cutting, so I think that's a good candidate for... So I like this, but there's a lot of white in the background, and so I'm kind of afraid that it's gonna disappear into the side, and I like to kind of pop the color a little bit. So either I'll use more paper scrapbook paper or a doily. And there's so many colors going on in this that I could pick just about any color and it would work. So I think what I'm going to do is, I really like this. Kind of not liking the sharp edge there though. So because it's been quite a while since my last video, there might be a few glitches here and there, whether or not if my head shows or I reach across or different things. So you'll just have to bear with me, but I'm going to try really hard not to be perfectionistic. So this is one of the good things that I love about this particular journal, is when I glue something down, I just close it and press, and it seems like it works really, really well. So I'm going to show this, I'm going to share this real quick. This is just, let's see if I can get that on there. Basic, I don't know, yeah, basic. Yeah, I think that's what it's called. Glue stick I get from Amazon. It's inexpensive and it's like the best I've found so far. And I use a lot of glue sticks in my work. As a matter of fact, I just got through ordering some more. Oh, there it is. Looking for my brayer. For some reason it's not sticking this time. That wasn't a very good sales pitch, but I'm really going for some color. I love a lot of color. I like the way that looks. And this I know I'm going to put here, so I might as well just go ahead and get it done. And I'm not, and I'll be really honest with you, I am not going to be working in this size TN anymore. I'm going to be going with the bigger ones. This is too limiting for me. So I'm going to be switching things up, which is why I wanted to start my channel again, because I thought, you know, I'm going to be doing some different things and maybe that'll kind of excite me and get some people in here following me and wanting to see what I'm up to. This is not working for me. Sometimes I have to, I'm not sure why I'm having such a hard time adhering things. I don't know if it's the journal or me. I know it's not the glue stick. Glue stick always works. So, there we are. Now I got sticky hands. So, I have a, you know, I'm not a huge fan of purple. But I want to see what purple looks like on this. I wish you were here to help me and tell me yes, I love the purple, and no, or no. You know what, I'm not loving it, but you know what, it works, so. And I need to use those. At this point, I really just want to get some of these journals out of the way. Wax paper, so I don't mess my brayer up. I'm just, okay, so this one right here, just to let you know, I started this before 2018. I think that I started this like 2017 and then redid it in 2018. I am not even sure, but I remember I looked on my Instagram to see, because I didn't date. Oh, yeah, look at August 2018. For goodness sakes. I think it's time. We're coming up on 3 years that this, I've been struggling with this, but there's a lot of pages. You have to admit. Sometimes I'll keep these little bits right here. These are fun to keep and put on a tag, just for a little color. Sorry about the shaking, but that was kind of... Alrighty, get rid of those. I'm not sure why I want what I'm doing with all this rainbowy stuff, but I think yeah, that's good. And then I'll put something kind of coming down this way a little bit. Sometimes I'll pick things just because I really, really like them, but also they challenge me. You know, I don't like to just keep using the same stuff. I like a challenge. That's why I like art journaling, I think. Is because it's challenging, because you're trying to make some crazy stuff work. It's just fun. Oopsie. He jumped in. Good job. Wouldn't it be funny to try to make him work on this rain? Maybe he could jump over the rainbow. Let's see how that'll work. Let's see what this will look like. You know, I would do that if he wasn't like fading into the background. You know, he's, yeah, I like him, but then I grabbed some of these off of a, I saved these forever off of a 12 by 12 scrapbook pad, but I just love this washi, and why throw them away? They were cute. Now what to do over here? I need something to come kind of, that's going to be a bit of a struggle. If I brought it down around this way a little bit, it would, yeah. You know what, one thing I do not want to do is overthink all of this. I really just don't. I just really want to muscle in and get this done and move on to the next journal. I have a goal this year, which is why I decided, why not go ahead and start making it's just as easy to set up and get my camera going if I'm going to be muscling through some of these art journals. To be, you know, once again, perfectly honest, I have not done a lot of art journaling. I started an art journal in at Christmas, just because that was just kind of something that I'd always done, and I wanted to. I like to document what's going on at Christmas, and this was really just kind of a boring Christmas for us. There wasn't very much going on at all. But I had started it was a holiday journal. It started as an Advent journal, and it just kind of got me going again of just how much I missed getting in my little private space in here and working. So that's what got me started on all of this again, so I'm super happy about that. I've been super tickled ever since I got jumped back in. You'd think that this would work somewhere because it's super cute. These are actually from two different sources. This is from a cookbook, and this is from a Workbasket magazine. Even says the date on there is 1977. I think it's kind of fun that I've got a two cake decorating instruction recipe type things to go with this from two different sources. That's kind of fun. See now, if I put him on there, see, look at this bend is just getting more than ridiculous, but I'm determined to use this journal up. And this is fun. What can I say? So one of the things that has inspired me to get back on here and make some videos is that I keep getting followers. And, you know, I'm just going to say, I am just absolutely taken aback and grateful and a bit flabbergasted that people are still following my little channel, especially since I haven't done anything in a year and a half. So I just have to say, I thank you so much to everybody that's been patient with me and clearly hopeful. I think is so awesome. Really appreciate it. So, and I miss everybody. I think it would be so much fun to have a community of people that enjoy my ramblings and I have a blog, so I have a little community there, but it'd be really great to have a group of people here on YouTube. So I'm liking that. See, no, the thing that I like about this journal is I did all of this prep work. I scraped some paint and I put on some tissue. I just ran through the whole thing. It was actually at a certain point where I just said I need to finish it, because I actually don't have, I think I don't know, maybe, yeah, it looks like I did that quite a bit. I might have prepped the whole thing at one point. But anyway, having the pages prepped, I feel like, you know what, that's enough. An image, you know, a background piece, some color and an embellishment, and sometimes I'll go in and I'll put a postage stamp or, you know, something small to kind of, but look how fast you can do that when you have all your pages prepped like that. And I just love paint scraping and tissue paper. It's just, I just love it. And napkins. You can use napkins, because this was a napkin. I don't know if I have any more of those, but I'd love to find those again. But yeah, I'm not done. I just wanted to say that because I'm realizing that, you know, it doesn't have to have every square inch covered. Look at that. Isn't that cool? I'm not putting it on here only because it's so pretty and it's just kind of busy for that, but I just, that might have to go on my next, I might have to go on my next page spread. Oh, that's kind of pretty. See, I don't want to cover this rainbow, but I think that'll work. Yeah, I'll do that. Like I said, I'm going to try really hard not to overthink these pages and just throw them together. And I hope, my biggest hope is that this will inspire you to dig out your scraps, your stash, and see if you can come up with some pages for yourself. Because as you can see, and it's so funny because if you watch my last video, you will recognize most of this stuff. It's kind of sad. See how that's cute? I like that. So what I did with the other is I kind of cut into it a little bit to kind of accentuate that little piece of washi. Let me get in there a little bit better than that. And then I'll show you something else I do that's kind of, I don't know. I just don't like sharp edges. So I just take a little bit, I always have a little bit of, I hope you don't mind the sound, sorry. But I take a little bit of sandpaper and I sand the edges. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and not talk over it just in case it's irritating. It's easier than a corner punch, and when you have small things like this, the corner punch is just a bit much. So, and you know, I'll tell you something. Please let me know in the comments if this really bothered you. Please let me know. I really want to know how you're feeling about how I do these. I would love feedback, good or bad. I just really want to know what you're looking for. If there's something in particular that you really want me to. See how nice? It's just a little bit better to have that, just a little bit rounded. I really just want to know what you're interested in, what you'd like to see. You know, is there something in particular that I've done that you've seen in the past? Right now I am in the current issue. I have an article in the current issue of Art Journaling magazine. If you've seen it and you have a question, please let me know. I'd love to answer any questions and just chat. I love comments. I love chatting. I'm looking for, right now, oh, look at that's fruitcake. Oh my goodness. Oh, I would have loved to have had that at Christmas. That would have been so cool. Goodness gracious. Yeah, I'm going to put that in a special place. Well, what I'm looking for right now is I need something kind of up here, some sort of action here, and I'm struggling. I'm struggling with that. All right, so I'm really thinking a flower would work up here. I know there's a lot of flowers, but I like flowers. Let's see. Let's bring this over. Oh gosh. I am a huge fan of putting words. I like that. But here we go. Tombow roller, love these. Little pricey, but when you're getting to this point of everything rolling around because it's so thick, sometimes using that roller will keep everything. And then sometimes what I do is I'll put a little washi on there. Sorry, you know what, I jump around with how I talk because that's how my brain works. And I know sometimes it's a bit distracting, but the fact that my brain's working, I'm very grateful for. So I'm gonna roll with that. These are pretty boring. I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. So I do still have a lot of... I label my bits. I like to have... When I'm grabbing stuff, I like to see what I'm, you know... It's kind of easier when it's sitting in a container to see what's in the container. And this is why I have these. It's because I just had the container, I just closed it, and then I have these flowers that were supposed to go in it. So instead of worrying about it, I toss it into something else, and hopefully we'll use it sometime soon. Speaking of which, let's get some of this stuff out of the way. All right, so see, another flower. This is how I work. Goodness gracious. All right, back to this. Sorry about the arm action, but one of the things that I'm going to work on this year, or for the rest of my life, is my perfectionism tendencies. I tend to, like, I'm not going to do it unless it's perfect, and then it doesn't get done. Things don't get done the way I'd like them to be. So I'm gonna work on that. I know it's a little, but it's just still not. I just wanted a little something something on there, not to cover the whole thing. There, like that. I like tearing. And then I'm stuck with that, so I might as well put it there. It's either that or throw it in the trash, right? All right. And hearts. Since I have the hearts, I don't know. I'll just leave it there. You know, I really just don't want to overthink it. I think that's enough. That's enough for my first video. I'm not done. I want to clear my area, and then I'm going to get my pencil and I'm going to go around some of the elements. It's really getting difficult to work in this journal. I'm almost done, and I know it's like, you know, it's okay to have the last few pages not done, but I'd prefer to feel like I've followed through on something I've started. It really would. That's my goal. One of my goals. I think I was mentioning my goals earlier, and then I kind of went off on a tangent again. But to downsize all of my everything. I mean, nothing is not getting touched and downsized in my life. And I'm just kind of going through all of everything I do, and one of those things that to downsize is to have my journals that are done put away in their last journal home on a shelf somewhere and move on. And then I'm downsizing my stash. I'm downsizing how many journals I have sitting around waiting to be done. I may do a video on exactly how many I have, just to embarrass myself. So that would be fun. And yeah, so I'm doing it one at a time right now because I don't want to be overwhelmed and give myself a hard time. But yeah. So I hope that, so this is something that if I don't do this, if I don't go over these elements with a little bit of pencil and then kind of just like squidgy around them with my, I just feel like the page isn't done. And I understand that a lot of people, I honestly don't know anybody else that does this. If you do, please leave their channel or their Instagram or Facebook or whatever in the comments so that I can go take a look at them. But I just, like I said, here, just a minute. I really just feel like it's not done unless it's got some pencil to give it a highlight. So here, there we are. See, it just seems to kind of pop the elements. You know, you work so hard choosing them, you might as well show them off, right? That's how I feel. So I'm thinking that I might, oh, see, see how that comes up? I am having a heck of a time with things staying today. I am. So, I'm thinking that, I mean, if you can add a postage stamp and it improves it, I say do it. Wow, you'd think purple would work. I'm wondering, you know, I wish I had orange. All I have left in my little bag of goodies here, or box of goodies, sorry, is blues. Ooh, there's kind of a brown. Blues, greens, purples in here. I have other, but this is kind of my, my queens. Look at this. Isn't that cute? Wait, let's see here. Look at that. Isn't that cute? I'm saving that for something special. I love that one. But yeah, here, see, blue, that's not going to work. This might not work. I'm okay with that, but I just thought I'd try. I just feel like there needs to be something down here, and I always run to a postage stamp. That's just the way I work. Green, look at that. That's not a good green, but what if it worked? I think that the postage stamp thing is just not going to work on this. Well, you never know. You know, see, look like a flower or something. I think that would be nice if I had a small flower. So, we're not done yet. Like this. All blue. Oh, that's really pretty, actually. So, this is coming off. And this is actually a sticker. I really like that. It's kind of got a vintage tropical vibe to it. Goodness, I like that. Now I'm going to see if I can make a postage stamp work just to see if it'll, you never know. I'm just going to try it out. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. I want it. I love the queen. What can I say? There we are. I don't know. How funny. Look at this. Peel it off and see. You know what? I think this is going to be one of the first page spreads that I've ever done that I don't put a postage stamp on in a long time. Alright, so I did the pencil, right? And I believe we can call it done. So another page spread down in my little journal. And I have 1, 2 more to go, and that is just something that I I have 3 more to go. All right, well, I hope you like this video, and I'm going to be sharing these 3 pages as soon as I can. I'm probably gonna get started on some of them right now. So thanks. See you later.